Hello, we're one of the two teams lucky to be working alongside Aneta on the Stitch Index project. We're tasked with designing and developing the Stitch Index patient portal, a comprehensive web application for managing all of your healthcare needs. Today, we'll be presenting our initial interface design, but before that, let's have a quick look behind the scenes at the process we've used to arrive at this prototype.
For our project, we decided to adopt Scrum, an application of the Agile project management framework. At the very heart of Scrum is the concept of sprints and to get familiar with the processes. Anita, acted as a facilitator, has guided the team through a condensed version of a design sprint. And during this sprint, we came up with motivating goals for our patient portal, which is to build a solution for patients which will rebuild trust in healthcare and provide easy access to efficient healthcare from home. With this goal in mind, we listed related questions, analyzed various competitors, brainstormed as many features as we could, mapped out the system features, performed some crazy aids, and created red routes, all to eventually create a list of requirements for the project.
We created a list of 27 requirements and grouped them by priority. Our stretch goals are classified as low, our nice-to-haves are classified as medium, and our must-haves are classified as high. All requirements that are deemed as high priority form the basis for our MVP. The focus of our interface presentation will be on the appointment booking and the Find Medical Practitioner or practice features. We will also show our dashboard designs.
So let's talk about user personas. We created our user persona based on 4 patient population. First one's vulnerable, second's pediatric, third's inpatient, and fourth's chronic, to help us cater to diverse range of patients. So let me introduce you to one of your user personas, Margaret Thompson. Margaret represents our elderly users. She wants to remain in control of her health because she's worried about burdening her family. She has a chronic condition that she's trying to manage and has regularly meet with the doctors and specialists and everyone. The interface that we have designed will support users like Margaret to lead long and healthy lives. So it's important that we include appointment bookings, health management, reminders, and medication management integrated into our portal. It will be beneficial for the portal to be convenient and user-friendly with a minimalist interface with support and assistance. We also need to consider Margaret's pain points, such as digital literacy, vision impairment, and memory issues, so we need to keep that in mind as well.
Even though we have our user personas, we still needed to conduct some more research regarding accessibility and user-friendliness with our patient portal. So we ended up discovering about Web Content Accessibility Guidelines, WCAG, and Human Interactive Guidelines, HIG. So when we read about the WCAG standard design principles, we understood that our design needed to be perceivable, operable, understandable, and robust. There were many points to choose from, so we ended up choosing 3, which were create content that can be presented in different ways, such as a simpler layout, without losing information or structure, providing ways to help users navigate, find content, and determine where they are, and make text content readable and understandable. So to achieve these goals, we actually ended up looking towards Apple's HIG articles. They ended up suggesting that for presenting content in a more digestible manner and for easier navigation, we should use recognizable and simplified icons. As for making text content more readable and understandable, we should be using different font weights to emphasize important information and to help people visualize hierarchy. Another external source said that we should use a minimum font size of 16 pixels. So with all of this in mind, we ended up designing our prototypes in Figma. And Figma has been a great web tool because of its collaborative features. It allows us to work together at the same time and provides real-time feedback. It's helped us be able to create our prototypes accurately, so it reflects our design goals and adheres to the WCAG standards. And now we're excited to present our current prototypes, showing how we've used these tools and guidelines to create a user-friendly and accessible patient portal. So when Margaret enters the patient portal, she'll be redirected to the login page if her session hasn't been saved. So She enters her email address, her password, and she has the option to remember her details as well. Perfect for her lack of digital literacy and her memory issues like forgetting passwords. So she'll log in and then she'll be redirected to her dashboard. The dashboard, we wanted to make it as customizable and personalized as possible. We want it to act like a phone where you can add your widgets or apps to your main page for easier and quicker access. So we'll be incorporating the same thing here. So in Margaret's case, because she has a chronic condition, she may specifically want to focus on what's related to it. So in this case, she wants to focus on her heart rate and her blood status. And today Margaret would like to make a booking. So she can make a booking through the dashboard where she can search for the practitioner, service and suburb and do a quick search with the filters or the top searches. She can also book through the appointments page as well. The appointments page does have a little bit more details regarding all of her appointments, including her history, booking again, and prescriptions if she needs to order some more. So we'll just go to the general practitioner, assuming that she's adjusted her filters. So we will be incorporating all the doctors, their times, rather than focusing on like their practices first, just to make it a bit quicker and easier as well. And if Margaret has a non-emergency but needs to see a doctor as soon as possible, we do have the option to be able to see the next available doctor. In this case, Dr. Emily James is available at 9 o'clock, so we will click that. And then we'll be redirected to the form. So she has the option to book for herself or somebody else. So we'll book herself and all her details will be saved, but she does have the option to edit them. She can also view the doctor's details as well, can edit them as well if that's not what she wants. And she can add some notes here just to make it a bit easier for the doctor to prepare for the consultation or if Margaret has a specific request. So we'll click next. And then she'll add her payment details here. We will be using Stripe. And then if we book the appointment, she'll receive a confirmation email and a notification as well. So she has the option to book again with the same doctor in future dates, or she can just finish up as well. So if she finishes up, she'll be taken back to her dashboard where she can view her upcoming appointment with Dr. Emily James, and it will be added to her calendar. And that's what we have so far with our current prototypes.
So with our appointment interface design, we are now ready to move forward with front-end development, which will involve the implementation of our appointment system. Our next design sprint is planned to cover our medical history system and our account creation process. We look forward to showing this to you soon.